Hi guys, this is Chris. In this video, we will be sharing some investment strategies for beginners. Investment strategy for beginner is one of the most important skills that every fresh investor should learn. The question is, who should we learn it from? Why should we learn it from him? The answer is always Warren Buffett. He is the chairman of the largest shareholder of Berkshire Hathaway, and he is also considered to be one of the world's most famous investors. To learn about investment strategy, you always want to learn it from Warren Buffett. He has highlighted 5 important investment strategies for beginners that wish to get profits from the stock markets. Why is it important for beginners to learn investment strategies? It's important to gather some basic information about financial situation. Ask yourself these key questions. What is your current financial situation? What is the cost of living including monthly expenses and debts? How much can you afford to invest, both initially and on an ongoing basis? You don't need to have a lot of money to get started, but don't start if you can't afford to do so. Therefore, if we get to study from previous successful investors, we will be able to study their previous investment portfolios so that we will not make the same mistakes as them. In this video, I will be suggesting the 5 most important strategies for beginners according to Warren Buffett. The first one is always cash is the worst investment. According to Warren Buffett's philosophies today, everyone should get out of cash and get into assets because we will never know what will happen to dollar in the future. Cash is always a bad investment, and never believe that cash is a king. Cash wasn't producing anything that is valuable other than going down in value over time. When the moment that Warren Buffett's company has extra cash around, he will not be happy. He would rather have a good businesses than cash in hand. Recently, one of the most important investment strategies that he had made is to hedge against the dollar. Basically, all his assets are a hedge against the dollar now, because the dollar is going to be worth less in probably 10 to 30 years. So, the questions would be, how would you allocate your extra cash? Because inflation is always increasing, and investment in assets is the only way to against it. Strategy number 2, must wait for the right pitch. One of the most important things is to define which decision is the most wisely in your investment portfolios. There are always millions of opportunities, but it does not mean that you have to strike every one of it. Warren Buffett mentions that you don't have to be right on thousands of competitions out there, but you only need to be right on one, just one. You don't have to be understanding all kinds of investment companies out there. You just target one, the one that you are familiar with. In the book, The Science of Hitting by Ted Williams, he showed a diagram of strike zone which is divided into 77 squares, each the size of baseball. He wrote, the most important things in hitting is to wait for the right pitch to come, because no matter how strong or powerful your bat control is, if you don't get a good pitch to hit, you won't be successful. He would rather see someone put a bad swing on a good pitch than a good swing on a bad pitch. So, how does it apply to investment strategy for a beginner? In investment, there is no call strike for all. You should probably wait and look at thousands of companies until you see something that you understand. Then, only you strike it. It doesn't matter you miss it or you hit it. In all investment decisions, you just need to strike and hit very hard about each one. You don't need to make many right decisions to get very rich in your life. Focus on the business or company that you are familiar with. The third one, evaluate the company. You would need to evaluate the company first before investing in their business. We should evaluate how much is the company selling for and how much is the company you think is worth for. Warren Buffett always say, just looking at the price is not investing. We should first look at the annual report of the company and evaluate it before going into their current price. Why? You would easily get influenced by the price first, and this is not an intelligent decision. Besides, you should not buy or sell stocks based on political pressures. Some of the experienced mentors would also suggest diversifying your investment portfolio. In other words, we should only make investment decisions based on the company report, which is the data, and do not look based on the countries. For example, Warren Buffett bought a company's share called PetroChina, which is located in China. He evaluated the company by reading their annual reports and made around $3.5 billion in a couple of years. Strategy number 4. Accept your mistakes. Every human makes mistakes, but do you have the courage to accept it? We have to recognize the mistake quickly when you make them and learn from them. For example, if a company has a good leader running the business, but the company isn't making any money, it means this is a bad business and you should face it and try to get out of that as soon as possible. For the last one, always invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is always the best thing that you could do to improve your knowledge, talents, or even skills. This is because nobody can take away from you. Anything could possibly happen in your life. The only safeguards for yourself is your talents and skills. This is the most valuable assets that will help you in any types of difficult circumstances. For every fresh investor, you should start reading some of the useful books that could improve in yourself. I have recommended some books that successful CEOs or entrepreneurs highly recommended. Please check the link below. I seriously hope that this investment strategy for beginners would impact their investment life, and also I hope that everyone can apply these lessons that learned from Warren Buffett, because it could help you to grow rich. I hope this video will at least help some of you, and remember, taking action is the only one way to be successful.
Thank you for watching. Please give a thumb likes, shares, and to subscribe to our channel.